Hi everybody, it's Lord Magicus, and we're going to play some more Merfolk and Legacy. As I said last time, I'm going to try to alternate these so that there's at least one Legacy and one Modern every week. So here we are, we're going to go back to Legacy. I'm not going to make a whole lot of changes this time. The only change I really am interested in trying is I'm going to add 2 Curse Catchers back to the deck. So I'm going to cut 1 Merfolk and 1 Benthic Biomancer, and I'm going to put 2 Curse Catchers in. And I'm hoping that this is going to help us a little bit against like Storm and Reanimator, but also Curse Catcher into Chalice of the Void is a line that will help us resolve Chalice a little bit more often, so I'm kind of hoping that that works out too. And having an extra, it's a 5th 1-drop creature to play helps the curve just a little bit more, so I think that these minor changes could potentially streamline the deck just a little bit more. I don't expect it to make a huge impact, but I mean, this is a little bit worse against Plague Engineer, but you know what? That's why we have like 10 Lords and also the 3 Coralhelm Commanders that can become Lords. And we have stuff like Dismember to help keep them off the board too, so I also kind of like that Curse Catcher makes it more likely that Dismember is going to resolve, and then we don't get blown out by things like Daze, so we'll see if this is okay. Yeah, I think if we're going to play 3 Groves and we have 3 Biomancers, that's still enough like churn through the deck that we can consistently hit powerful cards when we need them. So we don't have Silvergill Adept, but in their place we have cards that are a little bit more powerful. So I'm just hoping that if we run enough like Haymakers that we'll be able to get there. So yeah, I don't really have much else to say about this. This is all pretty much the same otherwise, so we'll just see how we do with this. Let's take it in to a Legacy League. Yep. So, yeah, yesterday I did not get to record when I normally was because I was out with my friends at a fair, so sick. We're on the play. Let's definitely go first. This hand's fine. We can play Vile and then have Curse Catcher up. We're going to keep this, so the question is, do we play Grove or Mutavault? I think we're going to play Mutavault first, because they're not going to know what we're up to, and unless we draw another blue land, we can't put these out anyway, so we're kind of taking a little bit of a risk here. They might think that we're like a Goblins deck. No, that's not a good sign usually. Yep, Green Sun. Dried Arbor, so this is probably a Knight of the Reliquary deck. Alright, well. So, yeah, I think here I'm willing to just... Do I want to attack with it, or do I want to put another Curse Catcher? You know what? We'll just play a Curse Catcher. Because next turn when we start playing Lords, it's going to make these way better. Actually, no, I don't want to do that. I want to go to the... Got to manually control this because of Curse Catcher. We may need to use it, so... There was some reality in which we attacked, but I think it's better to just put more creatures on the board or like this, so that next turn we can attack for a bunch. Yeah, but I expect something like Knight this turn. Yep, that's fine. That's good. Yeah, we'll play Merfolk. We'll attack with the 2 Curse Catchers. If he blocks, then we can trade it with the Knight. Blocking here is insanely greedy for him at the moment, so he should not be blocking, but I don't know. We'll give him the chance to make a mistake. Alright. He didn't fall for it. However, our attack next turn is ridiculously big. We've got 2 Lords out, 2 Curse Catchers, and a Mutavault, and we have the ability to put another Lord in play. I'm gonna let that happen. Damn it. I could sacrifice the 2 Curse Catchers to protect it. But no, he could actually just sack this tonight. It's not going to work anyway, so nope. That sucks. Think they should go after the Mutavault, probably. Yeah. No, they went after a Grove. That's interesting. So Knight is a 4/4, and now it's going to be hard to get through. Yeah, they're not in a position to attack. No. Well, we can't really attack either, so... I am gonna play the Aether Vial. That way, if we need to, we can tick up a Vial to 3, maybe, at some point. If we draw, like, True Name. Yeah, we're probably in trouble. Double Swords is a little bit too much. If they only had 1, we probably could have gotten around that. Yeah, and this is another reason. We need the Vial in play because this can happen. That's interesting. I think we just need to take the damage here. I feel like they're going to play another Knight. Also kind of surprised they didn't do that first. They could have gotten for an extra point of damage. But this feels like a second Knight. Curse Catcher's not really where we want to be against this deck. So take that one up. We're going to get crunched for a lot of damage. So I think if we draw a 2-drop, there's more 2-drops to draw than 3, so yeah. Attacking is not a good plan here, so we just got to hold back. But I think next turn we'll go up to 3 and then 2. Yeah, this is not looking good for us. So far they haven't shown us any black mana, so... okay, yeah. They can now take us off Cavern of Souls, so that's a thing. That is extremely brave. We could end up going to 1 if they wasteland their own thing. I still don't think I need to... Or I'm not going to block just yet. If they want to wasteland their own land, go for it. No, that's fine. We're taking 14. So tick both up. Island is probably not going to do it here. Yeah, now none of these attacks are good because, like, or for us, we're going to have to... You know what? We're probably dead because they can just use 1 Knight to get, like, a step, and then we're dead, so... Yeah, they can we could attack for 12, but they have a blocker, so unfortunately it's not going to work out. If we had drawn Trickster that turn, we actually could have got there, but no such luck. Yeah, he's going to just give this Pro Blue an attack. Alright, we got it. This is not the kind of deck that we want to be up against. Chalice is absolutely terrible against this deck. We do need Tidebinder Mage, and we do want Echoing Truth. Relic is also very good here. What do we not need? Curse Catcher is not very good against this deck. They haven't shown us anything like Punishing Fire, but they could have it. I guess we're just kind of hoping that that's not the case. And they didn't, yeah, I think the rest of this is okay. We'll just keep this like this. This is a bad matchup for us. Like, any of the Reliquary decks are always going to be very tough. It's not unwinnable, but it's definitely, you have to have the right kind of hand to fight that, and Double's Curse Catcher was not the way to beat Double Knight, so it is what it is. Not a good start to this league, I gotta say. Let's see if we can bring it back. I mean, the Tidebinder Mages are very good if we can keep them, but they have swords, so chances are that this is going to get swords immediately. But I mean, maybe between like Trickster and Dismember and Echoing Truth, we can keep Knights offline for long enough. Maybe True Name can sneak in some hits. But again, like there's a ton of ways this could go wrong. Like I'm assuming they're also a Ren and 6 deck, and it's very, very possible they could have like Grove plus Punishing Fire in their deck, which is going to be terrible for us. I just don't think that it's worth bringing in Force of Negation. There's not really anything else I want to take out, and Force of Will counters the Knights, which is more important, I think. And Aether Vial is important if we want to beat Wasteland and those kind of draws. So I can't really afford to be cutting vials. Yeah, like, this is about as good as we can do for this, so just kind of hoping. I would love to play first. This is fine. We'll keep. We might be able to get to True Name. You can go Lord True Name and have Force up. Play Island, and just hopefully that way we can dodge Wasteland. So Mox Diamond, yeah, that's bad. Usually means they're going to do something stupid. If it's like Ren and 6, I think we do have to counter it. And I'm probably going to throw away the True Name Nemesis, because there's no guarantee we're going to cast it. I really want to keep the spells we know that we're going to cast first. Plus, if they do pull out, like, you know, a Scrubland or Bayou or something, I want to be prepared against Plague Engineer. Yeah, no, we are forcing that. Not letting them just do this. See, we're also like in a lot of trouble if they just like open up and Wasteland us now, so keeping 3 drops in the face of Wasteland is not always a great plan either, so I feel like that was the correct choice. Exploration, this is not good. Yeah, this deck looks a lot like Lands, to be honest. I mean, maybe we should have took Venser, because there's a possibility that they are playing some more similar to that build. And if they play something like Glacial Chasm, we're probably in a lot of trouble. That's fine. Let's see. Merfolk. I'm gonna play Merfolk first. Fuck. No, I'm gonna play True Name first, because if they do have, like, removal spells, I don't want them to be able to do this. I'll play Regery next turn. This is the card that's harder for them to interact with, so I want to put it out before they Wasteland us. Yeah, that's not good. Alright, that's probably Knight of the Reliquary, which is another reason we need this, because, like, these are not good to attack into Knight at the moment. So I'm not going to tap the island just in case he does play, like, Choke. But this will be good next turn, because now we have the ability to tap the Knight with the Lord of Atlantis. And we can just crunch in for a ton. We can probably kill him. We're just hoping that he doesn't have something like Glacial Chasm in the deck to find with this. This looks more like, I don't know, it's really hard to say, because this is a card that, like, lands normally plays, but this is a card that, like, the 4-color Loam deck normally plays. So it's not amazing. Alright. See if he has a response to this, because if not, he's probably just going to die. Alright, that was enough. I don't know, some of this makes me a little bit nervous. Alright. Yeah. Alright, let me see if I can find... I'm just curious, because, like, Exploration is not a card I would have expected that deck to be running, but I could be wrong. That could be a thing, I guess. There's a lot of variation to these lists now, so I'm just trying to get a feel for what's going on here. They might have stuff like Maze of Ith in the Blast Zone, so... most of these look like they're black-based lists. This looks more like a 3-color one so far. I don't know, it's really tough to say what's going to go on with this. I kind of want... I'm not sure, because this is really hard. I really kind of want Venser, but I don't know what I would take out for it. Alright, you know what? We're just going to leave it as is and hope that it's not going to play any of those really, really bad cards. Because it's either... Venser's either going to be very, very good or very, very bad, so... I think this hand's perfectly fine. We're going to keep this. Basically, we just need to counter Renin 6 and Knight of the Reliquary, and anything else is probably okay. Okay, that's good. That's a very slow start for them. So let's play Island again so we can play around the Wasteland. I'll probably pitch Lord of Atlantis to a force if I have to. Of Coral Helm is going to be much better because it has flying and can attack over the night. Flagstones, oh, that's neat. What are you going to do with that? Tidebinder Mage is a really, really sick pickup. Let's go Cavern on Merfolk. And we probably have a removal spell, so I don't know. We'll see. I'm guessing it's just going to get swords. No? Okay, no swords. That's fine. I'll live with that. I'll probably play Coral Helm next turn and level it up once. So if they're just going to go Knight, I might even just let them do it at this point because I can just Tidebinder it. Maybe. I'll have to think of it. Yeah, that's fine. That's really good with Ren and 6, but it's also very bad without it. Yeah, Wasteland. Sure. Okay. Okay. Okay, that's fine. I'll play Lord of Atlantis now. So clearly no removal spell in their hand, so this is interesting. So if they play Knight, I might not want to let it resolve though, just because Tidebinder. Well, if they like Wasteland us, then that's really bad, because then we don't have any way to stop Knight. So Master looks like probably the thing that'll get pitched if necessary now. And if they don't do anything, crop rotation. I don't want to know what it is that they're going to get here. That feels like a card like that could just, they might get like, it could just be Mazavith, but I feel like that's something we don't want to see happen. Now if they play Knight, we can still just play Tidebinder Mage. No? Alright, well that guy's, yeah, they can play Wasteland now. And they're going to do that every turn. That sucks. And the thing is, if we play the Mutavault here, they can definitely just eat it. They'll just use Wasteland to kill it, so... I'm not terribly interested in playing this. It doesn't really do anything. I mean, it makes them use up a land drop, but I have a feeling that they're not going to do much else anyway. Just trying to think, is it worth playing it? Like, if we hold on to it, I guess maybe there's a reality in which it matters. Yeah, maze, okay. Okay, so this looks more and more like this might be a closer to the lands build than the 4-color loam deck. They're really riding that line in between, though. They're going to double maze us now, probably, because Thespian Stage can become a copy of maze. Well, that's good. So, here, what do we want to do? They have to tap it, so that means this turn they can't maze both creatures. So I think what I'll do is on the upkeep I will Trickster this. Well, actually, you know what? That might not be a good plan. Because if they end up with something like Dark Depths, then we might need this to be able to attack. So let's get in for damage first. We'll play Tidebinder Mage in this. They can maze one creature. Yep. play Tidebinder just because we might need to hold this up. We're just hoping they don't choke us. Yeah. So that means they're not going to be able to attack, so they don't have a clock at this point. Theoretically, they can copy Maze of Ith, and they can stop us from attacking with our two biggest creatures, but we're still getting in for at least 3 damage. So next turn, if we want to, we could play Mutavault and then upkeep Trickster this thing, so that way Mutavault will be able to attack the following turn. Well, never mind, that's right, they can just play it now. So, well, Mutavault's gonna die, so then what we should do, I guess, is just play Coral Helm, probably. I don't like what's going on here. Green Sun, okay. That's fine. That's actually okay, because now... Well, it's sort of okay. We're going to play Coral Helm first. We're not in danger of dying just yet, so the thing is, we could attack with 2 things. They could block it, and if we played Trickster, then they... I mean, they're probably going to just, like, block, and then they still have the option to Wasteland their own land, or to Maze of Ith their whatever creature they block. There's a lot of ways that could not go right yet, so I think what our plan is going to be, we'll try to get Coral Helm to be a flyer next turn, and so we'll play Mutavault. So let's go with Coral Helm. We're not going to be able to attack this turn. We'll put a counter on it. Then next turn we can give it flying, and also, or we could actually, yeah, give it flying and have Trickster up for this thing. But we can't attack here because the Wasteland just makes it impossible, because they can just like Wasteland Flagstones if they want. This thing effectively has Vigilance though, so my guess is that they're going to Wasteland Flagstones to make this big and then attack and then maze it. Nope, okay, they're going to go after Mutavault, that's fine too. So we also have the option of making this really big, so they have to be careful because our attack could kill them at any given point. I might hold up Trickster just in case they try to go in big with this thing. But we're at the point where we can we're getting very close to just being able to force through enough damage to kill them. We're kind of hoping that this another night doesn't happen now, because that's going to make life hard. This looks like maybe another Green Sun. I don't know. This is getting real tough. What do you got going on? That's bad. Well, that means another night's on the way. Is this fine? They can hit 2 of our creatures now. Going to 6 is they can. I don't think they can reasonably crack this, because now they're in a situation where they can tap this down with Trickster, and they can only maze 2 things. So, if 2 creatures connect with them, then they're in trouble. Alright. I think here what we're going to do is we're just going to level up Coral Helm once. We'll flash in Trickster probably on the end step, which will force a knight to tap. We'll have 5 attackers. They can deal with 3 of them, and hopefully that'll be enough. Could attack with this Coral Helm, but they can just if that's the only thing we attack with, they're just gonna maze it. So there's not really any point. I guess it's like, what are the ways this could go bad? What if they like Merit Lodge us right now? There's not. Yeah, like because of mazers, it's not worth it this second. I think I wait till their end step. I deploy Trickster, and then that should be good enough. Okay. Okay, so they have Merit Lodge in the way. We are in trouble. Yeah, and they can also give it protection from blue, so... No, the good thing is we can actually block it, so it's not that big a deal. Alright. Yeah, so that was a reason why we didn't want to attack there, because Merit Lodge could have definitely destroyed us. So this is interesting. I guess the Lands deck is now just playing like Knights in the main deck. So if they attack with everything, I think then we can just... They have to give this pro blue. So they have to tap one of these. So I don't think... Yeah, if they attack with just this and this, we will just attempt to block here and then Trickster this on the end step. If they attack with all three, then we can... Or if they go to... If they attack with all three, we can just Trickster this and then chump block it. Or we can just chump two things. Like this and this, and I think we're still okay. Okay, so if they're gonna tap this, we'll just block with Coral Helm, so that's fine. So they only have one Mazavith now. No, fuck. Well, that's right. They had that. They can just make another one. Yeah, Exploration. They get to play 2 lands from the graveyard, so this is not a winning plan. Sure. I guess we just have to Trickster here. They can instant speed make another Merit Lodge. Alright, well, we've tried as hard as we can, so I think unless we draw like another Trickster, we're probably gonna die. Because, let's see, they can maze one creature, Merit Lodge, block another, and then that can block one, so... Yeah. I think... this was tough. I was kind of afraid this was going to happen, but whatever. We really tried. So now we're at the kind of the mercy of the top deck. I think if we have another Trickster, we can theoretically get there. But outside of that, I don't think we can. I think Echoing Truth might also do it if we can draw that. Oh, fuck. That's going to take that line offline. Okay. Then we lose because we have no way to deal with this. Alright, we'll just play another Lord and attack and hope they fucking fuck up somehow. But we're definitely dead. Too much. This was a problem. Like, having double Knights was a problem again. Yeah. So they have 3 blockers, and they can maze something. Well, we had a very hard time getting to 4 mana as well. Or, well, no, they only have to block 3 things. It doesn't matter. Yeah, so they don't even have to use maze if they don't want to. Alright. So I guess this is lands. Like, it's interesting because this looks like a more kind of mid-rangey version of lands rather than a control version, so yeah, it's fine. We only get to attack for 5, and that's not enough. Alright. That's rough. That was hard because, like, we didn't see, you know, Merit Lodge in the first, like, 2 games, so there was not really any way to know that that was what their plan was going to be, but that's interesting that, you know, it's like a mid-range version of lands with knights in the deck. Alright, well, let's focus on going forward. So, we're on the draw. Let's see, hopefully we can do a little bit better this time. This hand is fine. We can keep it. I think Lance is running like Ren and 6 in it now, so it's a little bit weird at the moment. Like, all the decks in this format are just like ridiculously strange just because they're all like 3-4 color decks that you have no idea what they're playing. Alright, let me this guy mold to 6. Mold to 5, okay, so this might be a match where Force of Will is just going to win the game. This could be, oh fuck, this is like another one of these decks. We are not good against Mox Diamond decks. This is definitely lands. Okay, you only have 2 cards in hand, so I don't think this really matters. We need to just force something important, and this is not important. Alright, so probably... Okay. Well, that's good. So this looks like we're up against another land deck. So let's... I don't want to put Coral Helm out yet, but at the same time, I feel like this is the... So what we could play Master this turn, and then if we need to pitch something to force, we can pitch Biomancer. I don't want to put this out just yet because I don't want it to be vulnerable. I'd rather like level this thing up immediately next turn, so I think I'm not going to play Biomancer here. Sure, that's fine. Port is not going to do me any good. Or do them any good. No, I'm not playing Ben just yet. Take this up to 2. Yeah, okay, that's fine. Let's attack first. I'm only on 1 card, so... So now this is out of range of Punishing Fire. Alright, so they put 3 lands in the graveyard with Life from the Loam. But they're all useless lands. They don't do anything, so I'm fine with letting them have it. Besides, this doesn't counter this anyway. It just gives them a bunch of useless lands that don't do anything, so... There's nothing important that we're trying to stop at the moment. They're probably going to port the Mutavault. Oh, they did not. That's interesting. This might mean, like, crop rotation. Let's go Cavern on Merfolk. So they can probably just do it now, so... Okay, that's surprising. So if they're going to go crop rotation, I will force it. Because they can make Merit Lodge if we let them do this. So. Which means now they're just taking a bajillion damage, and I think that it's going to be very hard for them to come back. Because we have lethal attacks next turn. And play the Grove. Gamble. Ah, well, that's not going to help you there. We'll play Grove and crack it, just see if we can find something to vial in and just attack for 6 in the air. Alright. So, yep, that's fine. Yeah. So soon they're gonna, yeah, they'll be able to start doing this. So they have 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that's not enough. All right. So we stole game 1 against Lands. All right. So this looks like the more traditional control route for this. So I think, I don't know. Chalice is okay because it turns off some stuff, but at the same time they probably have like Crows and Grips and whatnot. Yeah. This turns off like Gamble and crop rotation, so maybe we want this. Well, we definitely need the Venser, and I don't know, like, none of this is particularly great. We need the Echoing Truth. The Curse Catcher is not that good. I mean, probably don't, I don't know, the Surgical is fine against this deck too. We want to hit Life from the Loam with this. Dismember we probably don't want. They could be boarding in some stuff like Tireless Tracker. I mean, if that's the case, then so be it. And they also probably have stuff like Plague Engineer. Alright, let's take out Chalice. We'll bring in Relic. I don't know that I don't really believe in this card that much. I don't think that that's where we need to be. I think we do need True Name Nemesis. I guess Ragery is going to cost a lot of mana. The only reason I want Venser is because it's our only answer to stuff like Ren and Sick. Sorry, to Glacial Chasm. Yeah, I mean, it's like they also probably bring in something like Croson Grip too. So I don't know how much I really believe in. I don't know, it's tough. Like, you could make an argument that Chalice is actually okay. Maybe we like Force of Negation more than Force of Will. We're at 59 cards now. Guess Caracas? Alright, I'm gonna submit it like this, because that can bounce Merit Lodge. But they can just Wasteland it, so... This is not a good hand. We cannot keep this mulligan. They kept 7 cards. We have to keep this, and... Venser's going on the bottom, because there's no way we can cast it anytime in the near future. This is not good. Like, we have no way to interact with them at all, so... There's a lot of ways this can go wrong. If they just like have choke or something and we're in trouble, they could just play like Dark Depths right now, and there's very little that we can do to fight back against that. Okay. Exile to crop rotation. That's very... Oh, that is a sign of strength, because that means that they have to have some way to get this Merit Lodge on. Alright. Discarded Life from the Loam. That's probably what they searched for. So we could play this Vial, or we could just play a creature. I think right now we need to play creatures. I'm willing to play Lord of Atlantis first, because we have Trickster. We can play Vial plus Trickster next turn. Yep. Yeah, we're in trouble. They've got like a pretty good setup right now. Can't stop that. Ghost Quarter is fine, because we actually have basics in our deck. We have one card in hand. What is it? Okay, well, they didn't play Merit Lodge. They don't have access to green, probably. I mean, they could... I don't know if they have another basic forest. They could, though. I guess what we're going to do is we're just going to play Coralhelm Commander and level it up once. Next turn, then we can level it up. Yeah, we're not really depending on this Vial that much right now. It's going to be a little bit of a tell that we only level it up to 2 and not 4, though. Okay, they have another... these don't even match. Alright, well, Port is pretty good. Yeah, they can... that's fine. This is actually okay. Alright, let's cast Relic. I think here we're just going to exile the graveyard, so they don't get to dredge back with Life from the Loam. Okay, well, I mean, they're going to, yeah, they can cycle, get Loam back. So Drop of Honey and Dark Depths in the graveyard. Alright, well, that's good. Now we have Force up, so... Blast Zone. Ah, fuck, that's terrible. Yeah. There's nothing there at the moment. Means our creatures are going to die next turn. Okay, yeah, I guess what's going to happen here is we're just going to level this up. Alright, let's attack. Play the Vial so we can get out of range of... So yeah, the Port can't keep us offline. We're going to Surgical the Life from the Loam so they can stop digging through their deck. So what else do they have? They have Tabernacle. They do have Punishing Fires. They have one more Force of Vigor, one more Drop of Honey. 2 chokes. Ugh. Alright, well, There's 3 more Dark Depths and 1 Maze of Ith. 1 Krosan Grapple cast, so that makes sense. Alright, well. So my guess is what's going to happen here is they will use Thespian Stage to copy Blast Zone and then crack this in 2. That's what makes sense to me. What do you... Okay, I don't understand why you did that. I would have thought you'd want to have another one. We're only at 6, so we have a chance here. There's 1 card in hand. I think Biomancer's fine. We can Violet in at instant speed, though, so we're going to do that. We can hard cast Force of Negation. We'll adapt this. Punishing Fire. Yeah, no. Fuck that shit. That has to get exiled right now. I think it was a mistake for them not to copy the Blast Zone with the Thespian Stage. Yeah, that's fine. We discard a land, so that was going to be useless anyway. But now they are on a 3-turn clock, so yep, we'll take this up. Attack. Alright. So yeah, that was a card we had to force. Yep. Cycle, what'd you get? Something good? Another Thespian Stage. That's not good. Well, I mean, it's good for us. I mean, yeah, it's not good for them. Alright. Can we make it 1 more turn? Alright, we just have to dodge 1 turn. Come on. No! Fuck! God damn it. Alright. Well, the thing is, they can't actually attack us right now, because we're at 21. Alright. We're not attacking. But the thing is, they're not attacking either. Because if they attack, they're dead. Like, you could just make it now, but I'm not going to attack into this. I'm going to wait until I have, like, Merfolk Trickster to deploy. Actually, I probably should have played the land. Yeah, you have Merit Lives, that's fine. Well, let's see. You could tap down 2 of my lands, but you don't know I have another force in my hand. Yeah, attacking is suicide right now, so... Once we have 2 creatures to attack with, then we can get in. Alright, pass. So this is a stalemate. So we're protected a little bit right now, but just because of being at 21. Alright. That's okay. Yeah. That's fine. They can tap down, like, a land for each turn. We have Aether Vial still, so we're okay. This is where they should start porting our lands down. I don't want to force that just yet. Merfolk. Okay, pass. I think the smart thing for them to do is use Thespian Stage to copy port. Yeah. So they can start tapping these down, try to like get Punishing Fire through. Alright. We are just looking for a 2-drop so that we can vial it in at any point and then attack for lethal. Yep. Come on, give me a creature. Any creature is good enough to win here. Even Benthic Biomancer is fine. That's fantastic. They have no cards in hand. They have no way to search their deck. They're dead. That's what it took. Alright, well... Okay, so we beat lands that time. They were kind of unlucky in the first game. They had to mold a 5. And then the second game, like... It was close. Like, if they found Punishing Fire, like, in the next turn, before we found a creature, we could have been in trouble. Alright, on the draw. This is okay. It's not amazing. They mulled to 6 cards. The thing is, we're on the draw, and, like, this is just a really kind of mediocre hand with 4 lands. Like, we're not doing anything in turn 1. We have no protection. Like, I think I'm going to mulligan. This is much better, I think. We'll just put a Vial on the bottom. We have Force. We still have, like, Mutavault and Curse Catcher. I think that this is a better hand than the other one. Even though it has, like, less pressure in it, it has more protection. Okay, Underground Sea. Thoughtseize. Yeah, okay. I guess you probably take Force of Will. You could take Curse Catcher, actually. That might make more sense. This looks like this probably is a combo deck. Usually Thoughtseize is a sign of either Reanimator or a Grixis deck, so... we'll play Mutavault because we need to be able to attack. They don't know we drew another blue card for Force. But if they Cabal Therapy us, then we're in a lot of trouble. Excuse me. I guess we're just kind of hoping that they go for like a Reanimate something. Preordain. Alright, so this still could be a Delver deck. It could be Reanimator. Yep. I think it's unlikely to be Storm, because Storm usually plays Duress. They're not worried about creatures for the most part. I mean, it could also be Grixis Control, but I don't know that Grixis is going to play Preordain. I think they're usually heavier on, like, Ponder. They didn't have, like, Fatal Push, so it makes me less likely to believe it's an interactive deck. This feels like it's a combo deck. Alright, you're gonna, like, do something now. Duress. Sure. Okay. So this has to be, like, some kind of, like, Reanimator. I guess it could still be Storm, theoretically, but it does not seem very likely. Alright, I don't know, like, or I guess we're gonna have to play the Mutavault. No, we're not gonna play it, because, they don't... They don't know about it, and there's no way... Yeah, I want to leave up the illusion that Force is still a live card, so if they are like a Storm deck, then I want them to fear Force. Make them go for another Duress first. Alright, well, yeah, it looks like it is Storm. Yeah, they're going for double LED into probably, it's unfortunate. Infernal Tutor, they'll just crack it. Tendrils, okay. So what do you get here? Ad nauseum. Alright, F6. Alright. It looks like they're probably okay. They found Past in Flames, so I'm guessing they're going to stop there. They probably have enough to get there. It looks like they were not scared of our Force of Will. They just decided, fuck it. The chance that he drew a blue card are so low. Whereas I think if we did draw a blue card and countered that Infernal Tutor, we probably had a very good chance. The thing is, if we just play the Mutavault, it goes off with impunity, so... So 5... Okay, so yeah, they found a land to get like a red source for Past in Flames. Yep. Alright, entertain our audience, please. Alright. Yeah, they're certainly gonna do it now. I mean, they don't know this could be Flusterstorm. I'm guessing they're just gonna duress first. Yeah, now they know, so they can just like cast Tendrils and win. Yep, you got it. Darn it. Alright. So yeah, no, keeping that opening 7 was absolutely 100% going to lose this game. That was... So this is... It looks like Ad Nauseam Tendrils. So Force of Negation, we need you. Usually I bring in one Echoing Truth just in case they go for something like Empty the Warrens. Dismember is pretty useless. True Name is not very good here. Since they do use the Graveyard in this deck, so stuff like Relic is actually not the worst. I could just bring in 2. It's not amazing interaction, but it's something. Ideally, we want to stick Chalice in 0 and 1, and then just protect it. So, Venser is probably not good enough here. We could leave in the Dismember for stuff like Xantid Swarm, but I don't know. This is okay. We'll keep. We'll play Curse Catcher and then Relic. This way we can counter like a Duress. Keep our Force of Negation up. Yep, preordain away. They kept 7 cards. So we're on the back foot against Storm. Alright. This is a matchup where Curse Catcher is probably going to make a difference. Alright. This will make their Past in Flames a lot harder to use. But we really need to draw like another land so we can play either one of these. We have Force of Negation up right now, but that's not very good protection. So if they duress us, like, we're in a lot of shit. Okay, that's fantastic. We actually, no, we're not. I want to play probably, what? Probably Lord of Atlantis, just because it leaves up the Relic. I'll pitch Reejerey to this, and I'll play another Lord next turn, because then if we draw another land, then we can play Lord and attack with Mutavault. There's also a chance we might just activate Mutavault and attack with it anyway. Attack for 7 will make Ad Nauseam harder to use. So they're keeping Misty Rainforest so they can try to protect their graveyard a little bit. I guess let's just make him exile a card now. Why not? Just so that nothing terrible happens. Alright, what are you going to do now? Thoughtseize. Yeah, that's fine. You're going to lose 2 life from that, so... Okay. So can you go off through the relic? That's a question. I could have actually countered that. I probably should have. Okay. Now look, yeah, they're just going for it, I guess. Alright. Unless this is just like the desperation plan. So let's see. Is there, I don't think that it matters how much mana they have, because they still have the 2 LEDs, right? This is just going to make a bunch of black mana. Okay, so you have 8 black. What are you going to do with it? Infernal Tutor, okay. So, yeah, that means... I think that this is okay. They probably have it. That sucks. I guess we probably should have countered the Dark Ritual there with the Curse Catcher. I thought that they might just be trying to bait it out. Yeah... They have no cards in hand at this point, so actually if we draw Force of Will, we could still just win on the spot. Force of Negation. You lose. Alright, well, we tried, so yeah, that was gonna get the thing, so now they have no permanence, they're just dead. That was total fucking horse shit. We should not have won that game, but I guess we're just better lucky than good. I didn't want to do it until they, like, presented, you know, that they were going to actually win the game there. So once they cracked everything and, like, the Infernal Tutor for the next spell was definitely going to be the one for Tendrils, then it's worth going and shooting for the Force, so... That was pretty stupid. I mean, yeah, we tried and we got there, yeah. Alright, do I want to change anything here? I don't think so. Like, the events are just going to be too slow, I think, and it's not like the Epic Storm where, like, you really need to interact with Hope of Garapure. Because I think that this deck's playing stuff more like Xantid Swarm. The Relic was actually fine. I guess we're at 21 creatures right now. We could bring in Dismember, but it's probably not useful against their deck, to be honest. It's only really good if they play Xantid Swarm, and if they don't have it, then this is it's very dead. I don't know, let's think about it. Do we want it? Swarm is one of the ways that they turn off the counterspells, so it lets them go off with impunity. Alright. let's just say that that's going to be relevant. So we still have 19 regular creatures and 20, or I'm sorry, so we're effectively at 23 things that can attack. This is fine. If I get to play something, I'll play Chalice and 0. Keep. Grove is okay. Gives us a chance to draw force. Alright, they're definitely duressing us. Sure. Take my Chalice. They kept 7 cards, so... Alright, let's just put up the fastest clock we can and hope that it's good enough. Okay, that's probably a good sign. Okay, so I don't know what they need, but they don't have it yet. So what we can do here is we can actually play the Curse Catcher. Well, we can crack the Waterlogged Grove too. I think I want to do that first. That's fine. Let's attack. So we got a good clock on the board that's going to kill them very fast. So let's see. So next turn these are all going to be 4s. So that's 12. And then 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Yeah, all right, we actually have lethal next turn, I think. So if they don't win this turn, then I think we can get there. Let's hope that Curse Catcher's enough. They actually know that we have lethal because they saw this master, so... I'm just hoping they're not ready to go for this at this point. Yeah, we can't interact with that. I guess our best hope is that they just play like Tendrils for value, and that's not good enough. They only have a storm count of 5. They discarded Tendril. Okay, so I think they're okay here, cause they still have 2 mana, so like Curse Catcher's not going to do anything. All right, well we tried. We put lethal in play here for what was it, turn 4. Yeah, this... Unfortunately, I don't think we can stop it. They can just cast enough rituals here. Like, going to 2 doesn't matter. They can just ritual, ritual, ritual. Like, we're actually just dead to flashback Tendrils now. Alright, well, I mean, we tried. It's... You know, sometimes they just do it. Yep. They definitely have enough mana to just cast Tendrils, and yeah, we lose. Alright, well, that sucks. We lost against Storm, so... I mean, Curse Catcher did something. I mean, it helped a little bit, but... Yeah, that's rough. We really need to get the Chalice online as quick as possible. I almost kind of wonder if it's worth playing something like Ancient Tomb in our deck just so we can turn 1 a Chalice. I probably would mean that Aether Vial's probably... I don't know, it's hard to like play Vial in the same deck where you're trying to turn 1 Chalice, but... There's got to be like some way to make that work. I'm not sure. Damn it. So, that Storm is just tough. Like, sometimes they just have it and they strip you of your interaction and you can't do much. I don't know. I'm not sure what else we could have done differently. I think that we kept a hand that did threaten to kill them, and it just was not enough. I mean, the loss against lands was kind of terrible, but, you know, I expect to lose against that deck. Like, I expect to beat Storm more often than not, but when they take away the only piece of interaction and you don't draw another one in time, like, there's nothing you can really do. Well, that's just how it is sometimes. I guess that just makes up for us getting incredibly lucky with the Force of Negation. Alright, we're on the draw again. I have a fucking terrible record for being on the draw. This hand is not good. I mean, it's okay, I guess. Like, we have Force online, we have, like, Mutavault and Waterlog Grove, but they're keeping 7 cards in hand. Ugh. So what is our plan here? We play, like, Mutavault into Aether Vial and then, like, attack with Mutavault in turn 2? This just feels terrible. I don't know how this hand doesn't have any pressure in it at all, really. Because if we have to use Force, then we pitch our only creature. I don't know. Maybe we'll just draw a card with this, and I just have a hard time imagining what deck this is going to beat. I think we need to get a stronger hand. This is definitely a stronger hand. We're going to keep this. I guess I'm going to put Waterlog Grove in the bottom and hope that we just draw another mana source for this. I think this is way better. There definitely are decks that this hand, this hand can beat, so. I just don't think we were beating anything with the first one. Sure. So this could be Delver, this could also be Sneak and Show. We haven't seen Sneak and Show in a long time, so if it is, like, this Trickster and the Force will both be very relevant cards. Okay, great. So we can curve out into true names. This could also be just a Stoneblade or a control deck. Or yeah, like either Stoneblade or Miracles, that's possible. And if that's the case, then these are going to be fantastic. So the question is, yeah, so do I want to play Trickster in turn 2? I'm not sure that I necessarily do. So Tundra means that they're probably not playing Wasteland in their deck. Do I want to play Benthic Biomancer? I don't think so. I think Benthic Biomancer is more likely to be Force Food at this point, so I'll just flash in Trickster at end step. But they do know what we're on now, so they know to expect. Okay, so this is a Jeskai deck. Dreadhard Arcanist. I would like that not to be a thing. Sure. So this lets me believe that this is probably like a Jeskai Delver deck. Maybe a 4-color Delver deck. But they don't have like Astrolabe, and there's no Astrolabe because they're not playing Snow Basics. They can't counter it. I mean, yeah, like, they just knew that it was over. Okay, so they're not going to show us any more of their deck. Okay, so against Dreadhorde Arcanist, we want Tidebind Remains. That's kind of what it's for. Relic of Progenitus is actually really good against them too. Just eat stuff out of their graveyard. What do we not want against them? I don't know if they're a 4-color deck or not. It's hard to say. I probably want to keep Curse Catcher because it can get Chalice online. Maybe the Relic is unnecessary here. Like, we already have a pretty good, like, setup against them, to be honest. They didn't show us any black mana, so I'm willing to believe... And because they didn't have Snow Basics, I think they probably don't have Astrolabe, so I'm guessing it's not a 4-color deck. It's probably like a Jeskai Stoneblade sort of deck. Now, I could take out some Benthic Biomancers. Just run it like this. I probably do want the Echoing Truth, actually. I'll take out one more Relic. We have 22 creatures, that's fine. We'll run it like this. I mean, we should have a pretty good matchup. This is the kind of deck that we want to be playing against usually, so... And this is a fantastic hand, because we can go Curse Catcher into Chalice. And we even have Force of... Or, yeah, theoretically, if we draw a blue card, we even have Force of Will to back it up. We'll see. We might not play Curse Catcher just because we want to keep Force online. But really, we want to just... if we draw any blue card, then we can play Curse Catcher, play Chalice, and then protect the Chalice with the Force. Alright, come on, make it easy for us to decide this. Alright, that's not easy. Let's see, if they tap out for, like, Arcanist or something next turn, then this Curse Catcher is going to be good. Okay, come on. Alright, let's go under the assumption that they're going to tap out. And we might just draw... Oh, hold on. We might just draw a blue card anyway. Alright. The thing is, like, if they tap out, like, they could try to, you know, use Daze or something, but Curse Catcher is an effect that they can't Daze. So if they just go Arcanist here, yeah, that's fine, because now this Chalice is going to stick, and the Arcanist is going to be pretty useless. Alright. They can't force it because Curse Catcher's ability can counter the force. So we're not attacking. Next turn, ideally, we're going to try to dismember this thing. I'll probably play Waterlog Grove and then dismember. Okay, so never mind. We have to dismember that. Let's see if he's going to let it get countered, or if he's just going to be smart and not cast it. Okay, well, he wanted the token, I guess. That makes sense. It's a Monastery Mentor, so that's reasonable. So they get one token out of this thing. That's not a bad deal. That's fantastic. So actually, I'm going to play Mutavault because I might want to try to block this. So I got to kill this thing. I want to keep Force in case they play like another Monastery Mentor, so I'm not going to waste the truth on the token just yet. This is a smart attack because if they can just throw like a Brainstorm or something into it to just make it big enough to die to a Mutavault, so... yeah. Alright, that's great. I guess let's play Grove and see if we can find another blue card. Alright, good. So, Daze, force the Daze. Because without the Prowess token, they don't really have a way to win the game. Dreadhorde Arcanist can attack for 1, and that's it. We have Mutavault that can still attack them back for... so if they attack with this, we attack back for 3. So it's a pretty good exchange. Now, you don't want to be attacking just yet. Oh, fantastic. Okay, so let's just double down on Chalice. Just in case they rip a Braid or something. And now a Coral Helm is just going to threaten to end their entire career. It's another matchup where Curse Catcher is really pulling its weight. Like, it really helped us get this Chalice in line. I mean, it doesn't need to do anything now. Okay, so they have 3 cards in hand. They can blow up the Chalices now, whatever. They don't have any good things to put in the graveyard just yet, but that's about to change. Alright, so Engineered Explosives was a really good draw for them. Now they can Swords this, and we're in a lot of shit. They can attack with Dreadhorde and Swords the Curse Catcher. Alright, well they have 2 cards in hand and we have 0. So they managed to break the lock with a top deck Engineered Explosives. That's terrible. Now we have to find an answer to this thing. Fuck. I almost regret, like... well, I mean, we had to bounce the token, I think. Like, it was good. It was their only clock, and I was kind of hoping we would have a better clock than this by this point. Why would you not attack here? That doesn't make sense. You could have just attacked and got, like, a free damage in. Well, now this is happening. Now if you ever attack, like, I'm just gonna crack this in response. I actually could have cracked the Mutavault, or tapped the Mutavault just in case we drew like Trickster or something, but take the 1. I guess they didn't have like a Lightning Bolt or anything for it. Okay, you have another 1/3. Alright, Ponder. Yeah, that's fine. We really need, like, Lord of Atlantis right now so we can start trying to race these. Merfolk Trickster is not quite enough here. Yep. So now Dreadhorde's going to help them pull ahead in card advantage. It sucks. Darn it. We had this, like, by the balls, and they managed to claw their way back into this game. Alright. So now, if they attack with a Dread Horde, we can activate Munivolt and double block one of them. So they're basically just trading a Dread Horde for a Brainstorm at this point if they attack. It might be worth it, to be honest, because they might find, like, Lightning Bolt or something. I think it's worth it. I guess, yeah, they cast Ponder here. It makes sense. Where was Force when we needed it? The stupid engineered explosives. Maybe I should have just played the second Chalice in 0 just to be safe. Alright, well, let's see if they found Swords to Plowshares. They chose not to shuffle, so I imagine, like, they have to have something. Like Lightning Bolt, probably. Yeah, okay. Teferi time? No, it's... Oh, fuck this. Alright. Now we're in trouble. We are in some serious shit right now. I don't think we can beat this at this point. Like, not even True Name Nemesis is probably enough to combat this. Mentor is just gonna go so fucking crazy with these Dread Hordes. They're gonna cast two... Like, we're just, like, totally lost. Ah, we were so close. Oh, I guess that we should have just played Chalice on 0 to protect against the explosives. Oh, I did not even consider that. I was thinking about a Braid, and I totally just ignored the possibility of explosives, so... That's rough. I mean, I guess... Sure. F6 through this turn. Like, it doesn't matter. We are so, like, far behind at this point. Like, nothing is going to bring us back. We didn't have enough pressure to, like, really take advantage of Chalice when we did it, so... It gave them time to just top deck into something better. I'm really considering just conceding right now. Ah, fuck it. Like, we're dead. It's not going to matter. Like, with that many, like, yeah, we're totally 100% fucked. Alright, so yeah, Dismember is good. I guess we probably want to keep... I mean, the Relic was okay. Maybe we need the Force of Negations, though. I don't know what we want to take out for this. Like, honestly, there's not a whole lot that we want to be able to use Force of Negation on. Because we can't use it to protect Chalice. Like, they can still daze us, and that way, you know, get around Chalice and 1 that way. I don't know. Like, this is hard. Maybe we take out, like, an island. And just go on 20 lands. Because we did take out, like, a little bit of the curve here. Alright, we'll just do it like that. I mean, Relic might be dead if we cast Chalice in 1, but you know what? If that's the case, so be it. This is okay. We can keep this. We have a Force to counter, like, a Dreadhorde Arcanist. Or a Mentor, to be honest. Like, that's probably more important. Sure, you wasted a Force of Will on that. We can just play another one next turn. Or if we draw a Chalice, like, that's also something worth forcing. Okay, I'm going to cast Chalice right now. This Aether Vial is irrelevant to me. You can go Brainstorm, that's fine. You want to Daze it? That's okay too. Brainstorm, okay. I'll pitch the Trickster. I think Coral Helm's going to be more valuable right now. Does it resolve? Yes. Okay, good. Excellent. Fantastic. We didn't even have to force. So Dreadhorde is not even a concern at the moment. That's also great. Okay, pass. Next turn we can level this up to 4 and start cracking in for tons of damage. You casting Disenchant? No. I need that. This is our hopes and dreams right now. I think this can race a Monastery Mentor if they go that route. I mean, honestly, just jamming Mentor this turn probably makes sense for them. Because we're going to try to attack for 4 flying, and they're just going to have to just jam a bunch of spells. Yeah. They only have 3 cards in hand, so it can't go too crazy, and it's only 1 of each color. Well, that's also fine. You could do it during the upkeep to be like, that's also possible. So I put the this is a 4-turn clock, whereas right now it just attacks for 3 in the air. This can turn off their attack though this turn. The question is, do we want to just level this up all the way right now, or do we want to try to deploy Trickster? I think we're gonna go for this. You get to go crazy for a turn. We'll do this next turn. I want to kill them before they find an answer to Chalice. Okay, so they only can potentially have 3 spells, probably less than that if they have like a... No! Alright, well... Alright, that's a problem. Alright, well, that sucks, because now if they have a removal spell, we're in such deep shit. They're going to just blow it up. Yep. They had 2 answers to Chalice, so that sucks. And now if they have Sword... Well... Oh, Pyroblast is also equally shitty. At least they blew up their token, so... Alright, Pyroblast. Ugh. Now I'm guessing it's like Ponder or something. So they can get like another trigger. Preordained. Neat. Sometimes they just have it every time. Like fucking Disenchant, Engineered Explosives, and Pyroblast all in hand. We tried very hard with Force and Chalice, but the Coral Helm could have easily killed them if they didn't have the... Yeah, I don't know. It is what it is. Now there's not like a lot we can do here. Is this helpful at all? Not particularly. I guess we're just doing this on the upkeep. They have one card in hand, so I'm just hoping it's a land, but probably not. Okay. I guess I have to try to trade this as one of these tokens if I can. Alright, well, Brainstorm is going to make that effectively impossible. There is no fucking way that they're not going to have at least one more instant or sorcery in their hand at this point. So we're getting attacked for 6. Alright, what are you saving up? Did you find, like, Dreadhorde? Yeah. We're so crunched. This is just gonna wreck us. Oh, fuck it. No, we're dead. Like, Dreadhorde's gonna attack Pyroblast us, like, whatever. I guess we're just gonna play this and hope for the best, but leveling it up right now doesn't really matter. We're just gonna take a damage for no reason. Alright, we lose. Like, there is a 0% chance that we win from this, because Dreadhorde attacks, like, these are gonna get bigger, like, fuck. Alright, well, it was a good try, but they had 2 different answers to Chalice on 1, and we lost to that, so I don't know. It is what it is. Yeah, we only have 1 blocker, and now they're attacking for 7, so we're dead. Darn it, that was terrible. Ugh. Dreadhorde Arcanist is a huge problem, and like, but so is Monastery Mentor. Not even the main deck Dismember was good enough for that. I don't know. Like, I'm not sure how the hell we fight that. Like, we did see a bunch of tools to help in that matchup, but it just was not enough. Sometimes they are just going to have everything too, and I hate that I keep coming back to that, but like, you see all these 1-2s where it's just like, okay, this match could go our way, but our opponent's just finding what they need and we're not, and that's just how it ends up being sometimes. It is frustrating, so. Alright, I'll be on the play, I guess. This is not amazingly good. The Dismember, like, this is probably good against fair decks, and it's probably going to lose against unfair decks, so I don't know, we'll keep it. We at least have something to do on, like, we're up against Brian Cook. Why did I even keep this? That means we're like 1,000% dead. That's what I get for not paying attention who my opponent is. Like, there is 0% that this hand is going to beat Storm. He's playing the Epic Storm, so we're fucked. We're going to play Coralhelm Commander, and he's just going to make like 1 billion tokens. I guess we're just going to play Mutavault because it attacks. It's been a while since our last fight, so I'm sure he's out for some revenge right now. That's not useless. Let's play Marrow Regery and Chalice on 0. I mean, we could play it on 1, but 0 is going to counter all of the artifact mana sources, so. Alright, let's see. You know, the thing is, you could put it on 1, but if you put it on 0, it makes it harder for him to use stuff like Infernal Tutor, because he can't crack, or you can't like get LED in play to just like crack it and empty his hand. So that's my reasoning for this. Like, and I think Epic Storm normally plays more 0 mana spells in it than regular Storm does. But I mean, he still has tons of answers to it, so it's not even close to like, yeah, that is outstandingly fine. Oh no, what was this one? Yeah, you destroy all artifacts. Okay. We don't even have like Force online here. I guess we just play Mutavault. That's newly controlled, so. He can just on his turn use the Pulverize to destroy the Chalice. So here he goes. Sure, he's probably going to combo out in here and just get us. Yep. F6. I believe you. I know that you know how to do this. Just watch the master at work. So Infernal Tutor, is he gonna? Yeah, he's gonna crack it here. I guess he just probably gets like Past in Flame. No, I don't even think he doesn't. I don't think he plays that in this deck, right? Is there one? No, Ad Nauseam. Okay, yeah, they do play one of these. It's really hard to know the difference between Ant and Test. Like, if you're not like super familiar with the deck list, like, he's probably fine here. He's drawn like a ton of cards, and like with Infernal Tutor, I think. Oh shit! He killed himself. Oh god! I guess like he needed to find like another Infernal Tutor and like Lion's Eye Diamond in order to get there, and he ended up like killing himself by getting Empty the Warrens instead. Okay, well, he just like that was just handed to us for free. I'm so sorry about that. That's the game we play sometimes. Like, he had us by the balls, and like fucking we just luck sacked our way out of it. So these are the games we play. So I don't know. So let's see. If I recall, like, he usually is going to bring in Hope of Garapir, so let's have something for that. We can cut a land here. The Cavern is not super necessary. It's only really necessary if we're keeping in, like, the one. Alright, we'll start by taking out True Name Nemesis. We don't need that card. We definitely need Force of Negation. Surgical and Relic don't really do much. Let's see, creatures 23. Take out Rejury, and we have to. I'll take out one land. I guess I'll take out Cavern of Souls. No, it's free to take out an island, I think, actually. Oh, no, bring one back. I don't even know if he looks at his chat, to be honest. Like, he probably... I am sure that he just is so focused on playing that he just doesn't even pay attention to this, because... Yeah, it's a pleasure and a privilege to get to play versus, like, the deck archetype masters, and, like, he's like near the top of the list as far as that's concerned for just any archetype master in general. So tons of respect. Like, I know he knows his deck inside and out, and he's definitely a better player than I am. But our deck, I think, has a small advantage against him, and sometimes, like, you know, you roll the dice and it does not come out your way because you flip fucking Empty the Warrens. Alright, yeah, let's just submit it like this. That's fine. Karakas is my secret tech against Hope of Garapir. So, here's the problem with this, like, this might cast spells, but it also might not. We have, like, no pressure in this, but, I mean, I guess, like, we have a bunch of forces, we just have to keep it, right? Whatever, we'll draw what we need, I guess. Like, these are all the spells that interact with his deck, so... He went to 6, alright. So we probably play Waterlog Grove first because there's a good chance Force of Negation gets pitched to whichever other force we're going to cast. Alright, so we need to try to get something online, so we'll just, if we draw an island, we can play Lord. Or if he plays Hope of Garapir, we might actually Trickster it down for a turn. Guessing he doesn't have it because he didn't play it in turn 1. Burning Wish. What the hell is he going to get with Burning Wish? I guess I'm just going to let him do it. Duress. Oh, fuck. Well, that's fine. He's going to know what we have then. It's okay. He's going to see a hand that, like, is probably almost impossible to beat. So how do I want to go about this? If I play Trickster and then follow it up with Master of the Pearl Trident, that'll get me an extra damage. So he's going to take one of these, though. I think I'd rather have the Lord on the board, because there's a chance that I might have to pitch Trickster. It's fine. He can use a Duress, but we have 3 forces and an Echoing Truth. I'm guessing he takes Echoing Truth if I have to take a guess, so yeah, go for it. Like, my hand is very good right now, so he took Force Well, okay, so he might be questioning about this, but it's interesting. Alright, just attack. End of his turn, if he doesn't do anything, I'll play Trickster. So I can hard cast a force. Alright, we'll play Trickster. Then we can always crack Waterlog Grove for a card if we need to. So if I hard cast, yeah, I wanna keep this up. Just well, alright, how do we go about this? He hasn't given us Island Walk yet. We could attack for 7 here, or we could just attack for 5. If we attack for 5, then there's... Well, if we attack for 7, then he has to go for it next turn. But we can cast only 1 force. And if I crack this Waterlog Grove, then I can't hard cast force. So if we keep this up, we can cast 2 forces. I don't know. I'm gonna try it like this. I think that the plan is just to be a little bit patient here. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, that's great. Now we can safely play this Lord, because we can still keep up Force of Negation. And that's probably going to do it. Now he's in Do or Die mode. We have access to a force and then either of these other 2 spells. Depends on how we want to do it. Okay. So he's gonna go for something, just see what he can do, I guess. I think he knows our hand, though, so, like, he's just gonna do whatever he can, because, this is probably good for us. Thoughtseize. So let's think. If he he probably just takes Echoing Truth here, because we can't stop a Force of Negation anyway. But it puts him to 3. Alright, I don't think I counter the Thoughtseize, like... fine. Oh, he took a Force of Negation. Okay, so maybe that means he's just gonna go and LED. Now do I counter this one? Because I mean, if he has another LED, I'm kind of in trouble. But if he goes for something like Infernal Tutor, I can always Echoing Truth back like Mox Opal, I guess now. Okay. He only has one card left in his hand, so does that mean I win if I just force it? Yeah, we just... I think that's it. That'll do it. We just had to know what to deal with. Alright, well... So, yeah, we came up against, like, two lands players. One was kind of more mid-range lands, and one was definitely more control lands. That archetype is, like, really blurred together. So, we beat one and we lost against one. We lost against Jeskai Arcanist deck, which it really could have gone our way, and it just didn't. That's unfortunate. And we got to beat Bryant Cook playing Epic Storm again, so it puts us 2 for 2 in there. But our other match, damn it, what the hell was the other one? Oh, regular Ad Nauseam Storm, yeah, just could not get there against it, so... I don't know, I mean, our losses were close, so, I mean, I don't know, like, how much we can really change against it, like, maybe we just need to go back to more Curse Catchers. If we're struggling against Storm, then Curse Catcher is a card that can help us there a little bit. But Benthic Biomancer seems like it helps us against a lot of the other decks more, so I don't know. I mean, maybe even against like the Dreadhorde decks, Curse Catcher's fine. It's just Curse Catcher's a lot worse against, you know, like the land decks. I mean, I guess there's a world where maybe we could go up to like 4 Curse Catchers and 1 Biomancer, and maybe if we do that, we put like 9 islands and 4 groves or something, so we keep our draw power in the deck. Reejerey didn't really do a whole lot this time, but we also didn't come up against Plague Engineer at all, so it's hard to say. I mean, maybe just Coralhelm Commander is fine. We could do without the Reejereys, and we could play something else like Tidebinder in the main deck. I don't know, I mean, this still helps against a lot of those decks anyway, so... That's possible. I might look at doing something like that. I wouldn't call this league a failure, even though, like, we didn't really come out ahead, but... I think that it was close enough that there are maybe some minor tweaks we could make to this list in order to get it where it needs to be. I don't know, there's a lot to experiment with. My only concern is if we put Tidebinder back in, we're still going to be more vulnerable to Blast Zone out of those decks, and we did see like Blast Zone was kind of a problem, so... the Echoing Truth could maybe find its way back in the main deck somehow. Well, that's possible. I don't know, Grove is fine. I guess this is protection against choke, but maybe 8 basics is going to be okay. If we like cut 1 basic, go to 20 lands, and then just like turn another basic into a grove, that could be okay. Yeah, it's difficult. We'll play around with it, but I don't know. Well, that's what we got for this time. So I guess I will see you on Wednesday. It might not get posted till Thursday. It depends on what time I record it, but. Yeah, we'll be playing more Simic and Modern then, so... Alright, well, I'll take it easy, everybody. Alright, I'll see you next time.